Okay, so tonight, Bezat Hashem, we continue what we have learned about Passover, the part 1. We'll learn about the month of Nisan. Today, Bezat Hashem, will continue the halachot of Pesach. There are many halachot, but we starting to learn how to kosher our stuff, how we can use the same dishes that we use during the year, how we can use it during the Pesach, which one we're allowed to use, which one we're not allowed to use, how to kosher our oven, fridge, toaster oven, microwave, all those stuff we're going to learn today. Okay? And also, before we starting, I would like to give you a little bit of introduction to get an idea, and then you can have a more clear picture exactly what we're talking about, okay? There is halacha in Yoreh De'ah. It's halacha that belongs even during the year. Whatever every person who wants to kosher any stuff, anything from your dishes, from milk to meat, or by mistake, if I cooked in a meat pot, I cook something milchik, okay? How can I kosher it? Or if I would like to transfer, I would like to make it opposite. I would like to make it meat. I don't want to use this pan anymore. I would like to make it for chalavi, for something for dairy. How can I do it? Okay? And if I got mixed, or if I cooked, when I'm allowed to use it, when I'm not. So I'm going to give you a little bit of introduction. The halacha said like that. We have the halacha klal. It's a law. If something have any taste, anything that is swallow, let's take an example. I use the pot to make meatballs. Now the pot is besari, is meat. I use it for besari, right? Now, even I take away the meatballs. Now it's empty and I wash it with soap and everything. It still have taste inside, the swallow, that we don't see it, okay? But it's still swallow inside because of the heat. It was burning. Because of the heat, it's swallow inside. So this pot, even it's brand new, it become besari, which means meat, right away. I'm not allowed to use it for chalavi anymore. Okay? This is part 1. What if I would like to use it, not for besari and not for chalavi? I would like to make it mashed potatoes. I would like to make pasta. Now, everything that I'm going to use this pot, even it's not besari, it's become bechezkat besari. What is bechezkat besari? I'm going to give you example. Besari, if I'm eating something meatballs, hot dogs, chicken, or meat, I cannot eat milk only after 6 hours, right? 6 hours I need to wait. But if it's not meat, it just cooked in the meat pot or in the meat dishes, anything, it's called bechezkat besari. What's the difference? I don't need to wait 6 hours, but I cannot use it with chalavi. So, if I use this pot for besari, and I would like to make pasta, which is parv, right? And now I would like to take this pasta and put on my plate with cheese or mozzarella or whatever. I'm not allowed to use it. If I'm eating it, I'm not going to wait 6 hours. I'm just, what I'm supposed to do, I just can eat it with other stuff. But I cannot use it to eat it with chalavi. Okay? It's something in the middle. There is besari, one thing, like black and white. Besari, and then besari equal 6 hours between besari to chalavi. Okay? There is in the middle, bechezkat besari, which means that is cooked with a pot that used for besari in the last 24 hours, is bechezkat besari, which means equal, I cannot have it with chalavi dairy stuff. Okay? Let's take another example. I used the oven. I cooked very yummy chicken. Okay? I cooked it inside the oven. Now after a couple hours, my wife wants to warm a pita for my kids. The pita is turned to besari, but not besari that I need to wait 6 hours. Bechezkat besari, which means that I'm not allowed to put cream cheese inside the pita. You understand? Let's take opposite. Now we have chalavi. I use the oven to bake pizza. Now the oven is chalavi, right? Oven is chalavi. In the last 24 hours, I used, or anything, I warm up borekas, I warm up bread, I warm up anything, he become bechezkat chalavi, which means that I'm not allowed to take this pita or this bread with something besari. So there is besari, 100%. I need to wait 6 hours. There is bechezkat besari, that I'm not allowed to eat it with something chalavi. There is something chalavi, 100% chalavi, okay, that I'm not allowed to eat it with besari. And also there is something in between, bechezkat chalavi, that I'm not allowed to eat it with besari. But what if I cook it, or I use the oven, or I use this pot after 24 hours? Let's say that I use this pot for besari today at 7 p.m. Okay? Tomorrow at 8 p.m. I use it, I warm up a pita, or even I warm up a pizza. Okay? The pita or the pizza become besari? No. Why?
I'm confused.
I'm gonna repeat it. Why is not become besari? Because of what? It's after 24 hours. Again, the halacha said like this: when the pot, whatever you use the pot for besari or for chalavi, is become besari. Is become, okay, tarer besari, meat. Okay? How long this meat remain, that whatever you're going to cook inside is going to be meat?
24 hours.
24 hours. Okay? Whatever I cooked, either it's pasta, that it's parv, either it's bread, either it's whatever, mashed potatoes, soup, it's become bechezkat besari. What is bechezkat? What is bechezkat besari? Bechezkat besari, if it's not a real meat, it just how you call it? Bechezkat besari, which means that is it cooked with something meat. You cannot use this food with chalavi. Okay? You got it? So, what we're doing today, if I would like to kosher it, first of all, before I kosher any pot, now I know for today we make it totally separation. Because if I'm going to wait this 24 hours, I don't know how many hours I use this, how long ago I use this oven. So that's why we have an oven for besari, oven for chalavi, pots for besari, pot for chalavi, not to mix anything together. But the halacha is if it's after 24 hours and I clean it and I wash it and everything, if I cooked something, b'diavad, I'm allowed to eat it. I'm allowed to drink it with chalavi or something, okay? But what I'm supposed to do, if I have right now a pot that is besari, I would like to kosher it to chalavi. I said to my wife, you know what? We use it for meatballs. I would like to make onion soup with mozzarella. That's how I would like to dedicate this pot for that. What I'm supposed to do? I need to wait, first of all, 24 hours, not touching it, not for besari, not for chalavi. And then what? I need to kosher it in the same way that he swallow it. I need to take out the liquid or the meat or the food that swallow inside. I'll give you an example. The halacha said like this: the same way that the pot or the dishes swallow, the same way he needs to take out. Kebol'o, kach polto. Okay? Kebol'o, kach polto. The same way that he swallowed, the same way that you take it out. Okay. So when we said kebol'o, kach polto, which means the same way that you swallow, that the pot or the oven or whatever you cooked inside, the same way that he swallow, he needs to take out. He needs to be kosher out. When I say it, we have a two different way how to do it. We have many ways, but we have a way how to kosher a liquid stuff that swallow or a dry stuff that swallow inside, okay? If it was swallow by liquid, let's say I took this pot and I have a meatballs, it's full of liquid. I have a soup, I have anything that liquid, okay? I want to kosher this pot. What I'm supposed to do? We have a fire that burning, and we have a liquid inside that burning. So the same way that is swallow, I need to kosher it. What I'm supposed to do? First of all, before I kosher anything, even for Pesach and even in general, I'm taking this pot, waiting 24 hours not to use it, and then I'm taking this pot and need to immerse it or put it inside a hot boiling water that under fire. In Israel, we used to do it before Pesach, like a big pot under fire, the fire under, and then everybody come with their pots or with their dishes, and then they just dip it inside, okay, with the special tools that not to get burn, and the water like boiling, and then you kosher it like that 3 times, and then you kosher it. If I don't have this big one, I just have on my stove, I have my pot and I want to kosher it. So we have a solution. We fill it up, the pot, full of water. We boil it until it's like going over. And then when it goes over, he flush himself and he clean himself. So the same way that he swallowed, the same way in the same heat, he also take it out. And that's it. So what I'm supposed to do with the cover, taking the cover, inside this boiling hot water, and I dip it inside. This way, I kosher it for besari to chalavi, from meat to dairy, or for dairy to meat. And also, if I would like to make the same thing, to kosher for Pesach, to take this pot and use it for Passover. Even this pot is chametz. The chametz is swallowed inside. You use it for pastot and whatever that is swallow the chametz. So first of all, you're not using it for 24 hours. And then you fill it up with full of water, boiling until the water goes out by themselves. And then you kosher himself. This is beautiful solution to kosher a pot for Passover. Okay? But this is if it was liquid. What if it was dry? To kosher something dry, so again, we have the same law. Kebol'o, kach polto. Which means the same way that is swallowed, the same way that we need to take it out. So, if I use it for something that dry, okay, so I can use it the same thing to kosher it. How can I kosher it? Or I dip it inside boiling hot water, or I'm using a live fire, and kosher it like that. It's called libun. Okay? So, if I would like to take a pan, we we fried chips or even hamburger or whatever, barbecue or whatever, anything that you use with dry fire. So you're using a torch with fire on top of it, and then you kosher it. Before you kosher it, again, don't use it 24 hours. And also, you have to clean it with soap very, very good. Why we're using soap and those stuff to clean it before? To make sure to cancel the taste that's inside. That is not going to be eatable for dogs. We have another law in Pesach. In order to use something for Pesach, even it have a mix of chametz. I'm going to give you an example later when we talk about lipsticks, about medicines, about any other stuff that we use for Pesach. Even it's mixed with a little bit of chametz, we still can use it because it's not eatable for dog. This is the measure, how you can measure if it's allowed to use it for Pesach or no. If it's eatable for dog, we're not allowed to use it if you have any kind of chametz. We're going to talk about food for animals, for fish. We're going to talk about all those things, okay? So, for now, let's go step by step. After we got it, we have another law. We have the first law, kebol'o kach polto, the same way that is swallowed, the same way that we need to kosher it. If it's liquid, liquid. If it's dry, with hot water, with hot fire, dry fire to clean this spot. Today, of course, it's much easier to buy a new one for Pesach and that's it, instead of to burn all your house. But I'm talking about if somebody wants to kosher all his house and you have a lot of stuff, or you don't have the money to spend or something like that, so this way that we do it. We have another law on top of it. It's called first vessel and second vessel. Now, first vessel, this is whatever you use on top of the fire. First vessel, it's pot, pan, anything that you use on the fire. The same way that you swallow, the same way that you need to kosher it. If you want to kosher it, you have to kosher it on top of the fire. Or the fire needs to be under. Okay? With hot boiling water or hot boiling fire to kosher it. But if it's a second vessel, which means that like utensil, fork, knives, cups, plates, it's a second vessel. You pour the meatballs on the plate. It's hot, but it's not hot like it's on the fire, right? So how you kosher the second vessel? The same way. You don't need to have a hot pot boiling water on top of the fire. You take in the heater water. You have to warm it very, very good, and then you take in a basket or even a buckle or whatever. You put all the utensil inside, even the plates or whatever, and then you pour on top of it. Why? Because the same way that you swallow, the same way that you take it out. If it was first vessel on top of fire, you have to kosher it on top of fire. If it's a second vessel, you have to kosher it in the same way. So the same thing, whatever swallow in the second vessel, you don't have to kosher it on top of the fire. You just take hot water. Of course, first of all, you don't use it in the last 24 hours. And also, you kosher it by put a lot of soaps and all the stuff to cancel the taste inside. And then you kosher it by pour hot water on top of it. Okay? This is the introduction how to kosher dishes, or for besari, or for chalavi, meat and dairy, or for Pesach. Now we're going to go one by one all the stuff that we have in our house.